Someone just photographed something hovering above the Nevada desert. It wasn't a plane. It wasn't a drone. It had tentacles. The images show an object suspended in clear sky over the desert, organic in shape, silent, and unlike anything in any military inventory on Earth. And this isn't the only thing Nevada has produced recently. A family called 911 about non-human beings in their backyard. Dozens of triangular craft were logged across the state in a single year. The footage keeps getting clearer, and the evidence keeps getting harder to dismiss.
Hora me que can disparit le gajenge ala chorsi hora sosi. Ay!
I don't know. No, that's not a fun. I will be hiding because that's the size of a shooting star. I thought it got distracted.
Hora me que can disparit le gajenge ala chorsi hora sosi. Ay! Permisar! Calmungarela me cansiles variso. Kylo, cherro que chili. Kylo, cherro. Kylo.
Uy, chetar.
Chili cow. Chili cow. Hora sosi. Ay! Permisar!
Oh, I don't know. I'm so nervous right now.
Yeah. Okay, I called. I was on the other side.
Did you see it?
Yeah, me and him side.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big. That's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
Can we go that side? I want to spend
Yeah, we can go look.
You can see that.
No, any dogs or anything?
No, please, can you check because this kid is not gonna let me sleep tonight.
Oh yeah, I bet. I wouldn't be sleeping either.
I don't believe in it, but what I saw right now, I do believe in it. I got scared, like...
You guys don't, I mean, you guys seem legit scared, so...
The jellyfish in Nevada desert. The photographs were captured from altitude. The person behind the camera was paragliding over the Nevada desert, suspended in open air with nothing between them and whatever was sharing the sky, when something appeared ahead of them against the pale blue backdrop. It had no visible means of support, no wings, no rotor, no balloon envelope. It simply hung there, as if the air itself was holding it in place. At first glance, the object looks mechanical. The close-up images reveal a complex structure with protruding appendages, angular joints, and what appears to be a mix of metallic and organic surfaces. Wires or tendrils hang from the main body. Panels or plates are visible along its frame. Components that resemble sensors or housings protrude at odd angles. It looks assembled, but not by any engineering discipline anyone can identify. The construction doesn't follow aerodynamic principles. It doesn't follow any design logic recognizable to aviation analysts who have reviewed the images. From a distance, the shape is even stranger. Captured against the flat desert horizon thousands of feet below, the object drifts in the air with no wings, no rotor wash, no contrail, and no sound. It doesn't tumble. It doesn't spin. It doesn't oscillate in the wind the way a balloon or piece of debris would. It hangs there, deliberate and still, as if it belongs in the sky, and the sky belongs to it. The form has been compared repeatedly to a jellyfish. Irregular extensions trail from the main body like tentacles. The overall silhouette is asymmetrical, almost biological, as if it grew rather than was built. Observers who have studied the images describe a mix of fascination and deep unease. The feeling of looking at something that does not belong in the atmosphere, something that challenges the basic assumption that everything in the sky was put there by human hands. And this is where the story gets uncomfortable, because this isn't the first time something like this has been photographed. Reports of jellyfish-like UFOs have surfaced from locations around the world over the past decade. In 2017, military infrared footage captured over a base in Iraq showed a similar object drifting across the frame, translucent and tentacled, moving with slow deliberation that matched no known aircraft. That footage was later confirmed as authentic by Pentagon officials. Witnesses across South America, Europe, and the United States have independently described the same type of sighting: objects that drift rather than fly, with faintly glowing shapes and uneven flowing structures that look more like something underwater than something in the atmosphere. The Nevada object matches those descriptions almost exactly. Same shape, same silent movement, same absence of any visible propulsion. The only difference is the clarity of the photographs. These aren't blurry infrared frames from a military sensor. These are high-resolution daylight images taken at close range from an open-air vantage point. If the jellyfish UFO is a real phenomenon, this is the clearest look anyone has ever gotten. Some analysts have suggested the object could be an advanced surveillance platform, perhaps a highly specialized drone or experimental balloon designed for stealth observation at altitude. Military contractors have experimented with unconventional airframe designs, and some classified programs remain unknown to the public for decades before disclosure. But even those theories struggle to explain the organic, almost lifelike appearance. No known drone program, public or classified, produces hardware that looks like a deep-sea creature suspended in the troposphere. And no balloon holds position in wind without movement, drift, or deformation. The Nevada desert has a long history of producing sightings like this, but what makes this one different is the quality of the evidence. These aren't distant lights at night. This is a structured, physical object, photographed in broad daylight, from close range, over one of the most surveilled stretches of airspace on the planet. And this jellyfish isn't the only thing that's appeared over Nevada recently. What happened one night in a Las Vegas neighborhood in 2023 made this entire region, and the question of what's operating above it, impossible to ignore. The night something fell in Las Vegas.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Okay, lady. We were working, and we just see in a corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us. There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. And they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
On the night of May 1st, 2023, a bright green fireball streaked across the sky over the southwestern United States. Dozens of witnesses across Nevada, California, and Utah reported the same thing simultaneously. The American Meteor Society logged multiple reports. Whatever it was real, it was physical, and it was seen across 3 states.
And we just see in a corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and it was with light, and when it hit down, it was like a big impact.
Less than 40 minutes later, in a quiet residential neighborhood in northwest Las Vegas, 16-year-old Angel Kenmore called 911. Angel had been outside working on a truck with his father Bobby and his brother Joshua when the light came down. Something crashed. They felt an impact. And then Angel saw what was standing in the backyard. His voice wavered on the 911 recording. He told the dispatcher the figures were very large, 9 feet, 10 feet tall. He said they had big eyes. And then he said the words that turned a local police call into an international news story. They're not human. They're 100% not human.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Okay, lady. Me, my dad, and my brother, we're working on a truck in our backyard, and we have a big lot outside, right? Correct?
Okay.
We were working, and we just see in a corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and it was with light. And when it hit down, it was like a big impact, and we felt it. We felt like an energy, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us, and then we have a big equipment, and we see, and there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Bobby and Joshua Kenmore both backed up Angel's account. All 3 family members described the same creatures independently to the responding officers. The beings were tall, thin, and green-gray in color. Angel later said he was paralyzed by fear for roughly 30 seconds, unable to move while looking directly at the creature. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police responded within minutes. Body camera footage released months later captures one officer arriving at the scene visibly shaken. On the recording, he admits something that elevated the case beyond a nuisance call. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. A fellow officer had independently captured the same green fireball on his own body cam just 8 minutes before Angel's call. But the family's own footage is what drew the most intense scrutiny. Video recorded by the Kenmores in the minutes after the crash circulated online within days. Crime scene recreation expert Scott Roeder analyzed the footage using motion tracking software typically used in forensic investigations. His conclusion was direct. The footage showed not 1 but 2 figures in the backyard, and the movement he tracked was consistent with physical bodies, not floating artifacts or light distortion. His assessment was unequivocal. Once you see it, you can't deny it. Las Vegas Metro Police formally stated they did not believe the call was a hoax. In Nevada, filing a false 911 report is a felony carrying up to 4 years in prison. The Kenmores were never charged. A year later, Angel told reporters he had made no money from the story and had no interest in fame. "If I was doing it for fame, I would be on YouTube," he said. It was a really bad and traumatizing experience. Authorities closed the case as unfounded. The green light was tentatively attributed to a meteor. But meteors burn up in the atmosphere. They do not produce 911 calls about 9-foot figures in someone's yard 40 minutes after impact. And the Kenmores, who faced nothing but ridicule for coming forward, never changed their story. Not once. The Las Vegas incident did something most UFO sightings fail to do. It placed a time-stamped atmospheric event, the green fireball confirmed by a police officer's own body cam, directly alongside a ground-level encounter reported by a real family to real police in a real neighborhood. The 2 events were separated by less than an hour. Las Vegas wasn't the first time something unexplained had appeared in the Nevada sky. It wouldn't be the last. By 2025, the sightings had become so frequent that the pattern itself became the story. What they're seeing in 2025. The year 2025 has produced more documented UFO activity across Nevada than any single year in recent memory.
Dan.
I can't believe it! It's an orb!
It's an orb. Look, it's been following us, man, while we've been fishing. There it is, right there, right there, right there.
It's crazy.
It's weird, man. Look at that thing, man. It's just like hovering, not even moving. Except every now and then it moves. Like when we get close to it, like it's gonna leave. But I think it's like checking us out.
It's kind of scaring me.
It's kind of scaring you? Let's look at that thing again. There it is. It's just hovering, dude. What a trip.
I never thought they were real.
Wow.
The sightings are not isolated. They are not random. And the descriptions coming from witnesses separated by months and hundreds of miles are disturbingly consistent. What began as scattered reports in January built steadily across the year into something that looks less like coincidence and more like a pattern.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean.
It started in January. Multiple witnesses in Sparks, just east of Reno, reported clusters of 3 to 7 lights shifting in brightness as they hovered across the night sky. The lights did not behave like aircraft navigation signals. They shifted intensity, changed formation, and held positions no helicopter or fixed-wing aircraft could sustain. Around the same time, infrared footage captured near restricted airspace around Area 51 revealed a triangular craft moving silently through the darkness.
No way! 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ha! Stay away from the roof. 50, 60, that can't be it. 90, 20, 21, 22, 23. Stop. No way. Is that actually it?
No joke. The alien lights. Want me to see it?
By February, the activity shifted south to Las Vegas. Multiple witnesses reported unidentified objects at low altitude, flashing in synchronized patterns over several consecutive nights. The lights appeared at roughly the same time each evening, held formation, then disappeared without trace. If these were separate objects, they were operating as a unit. If it was a single system, it was enormous. No military exercise was announced. No drone operator came forward. In March, the encounters crossed from civilian to aviation. A pilot flying a Cessna near Reno reported a fast-moving sphere streaking past his aircraft at dangerously close range. The object appeared without warning and disappeared within seconds. There was no radar contact, no ATC alert, no transponder signal. The encounter stood out because of who was making the report. A trained, licensed pilot operating in controlled airspace with clear visibility, describing something he could not identify, could not have predicted, and could not have avoided if it had been on a collision course. This was exactly the kind of near-miss that the Pentagon's own UAP reports have flagged as a growing safety concern.
No, never seen it either. And you have the airport right there. You got the military base right there. And that is definitely flying. And those lights keep on coming in and out.
By June, the reports had evolved beyond lights and spheres into territory that even experienced UFO researchers found difficult to process. Multiple observers in Reno described an object that appeared to change shape mid-flight, shifting from a star-like form to a disc-shaped silhouette, and then into a clear triangular outline, while emitting flashes of multicolored light. Shape-shifting reports are among the most controversial in UFO research, often dismissed as optical illusions or misperceptions. But this one came from multiple independent witnesses watching the same event at the same time from different locations across the city. In September, one of the most bizarre claims of the entire year emerged from a Nevada witness. An orb, similar in description to objects reported earlier in the year, allegedly entered a residential home before vanishing inside the structure. No debris was found. No damage was reported. No physical trace was left behind. If the account is accurate, it would represent something far beyond unexplained aerial phenomena. It would mean whatever is appearing in Nevada's skies is not confined to the sky. Across the full year, dozens of triangular UFO sightings alone were logged across the state. Add the spheres, the orbs, the shape-shifting objects, and the jellyfish, and the total volume of reports from a single state in a single year becomes difficult to attribute to misidentification, mass hysteria, or military testing. The concentration of activity, the consistency of descriptions across unrelated witnesses, and the steady escalation from distant lights to close-range encounters paint a picture that demands explanation. Nevada has been producing sightings like this for over 70 years. The objects change. The descriptions evolve. The technology people use to record them gets better every decade. But the location stays the same. The same desert. The same restricted airspace. The same stretch of empty sky above the same military installations, and the same uncomfortable question that nobody in charge has ever answered. What is out there? The highway incident.
Oh no, that's a UFO.
But these sightings aren't the only thing Nevada has been producing. Something far more physical turned up on a lonely stretch of highway near Area 51, and the response to it was almost as disturbing as the object itself. According to multiple witnesses, what began as an ordinary drive through the Nevada desert turned into something far from routine. A strange, damaged object was spotted resting just off the roadside. Its shape and structure didn't resemble any conventional aircraft or vehicle. There were no visible markings, no identifiable wings, no crash debris scattered around it. Just an unfamiliar object sitting silently in the dirt, as if it had been placed there or had fallen without warning. No tire tracks led to it, no skid marks on the road, no impact crater. It simply existed in a place where, minutes before, there had been nothing. And then the response began. Within minutes, multiple police vehicles arrived at the scene. They were followed by several unmarked units, dark SUVs with no agency identification, no markings, and tinted windows. Witnesses described the response as unusually fast and highly coordinated, as if authorities had either been alerted the moment the object appeared or had already been monitoring it before anyone else noticed. The area was secured immediately. Bystanders were kept at a distance. No one was allowed to photograph the object up close. No one was given an explanation. The officers on scene didn't ask questions. They executed a protocol, efficiently and without hesitation, as if they had done this before. And then the object was gone. When the area was cleared and the road reopened, there was nothing left. No wreckage, no debris, no scorched earth, no marks on the pavement. The object had been removed so completely that the scene looked as if nothing had ever been there. No official statement was ever issued. No agency claimed responsibility. No explanation was provided, then or since. That kind of rapid, coordinated, silent response raises a question that's harder to answer than the object itself. If this was nothing, why did it require unmarked federal vehicles, a perimeter, and a cleanup operation? And if it was something, where did they take it? The answer to that question might already be on camera. Something was photographed over the Nevada desert that no one can explain. And the harder you look at what's been appearing over this region, the harder it gets to look away. What do you think is really happening in the skies above Nevada? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.